Welcome back to our Finance and Economics Masterclass. In our last video, we learned how to read and analyze financial statements to evaluate a company's current performance, profitability, and cash flow. But corporate leadership cannot just look backward at past performance. They must constantly look forward and decide where to deploy their capital next. When a company wants to buy a new factory, acquire a competitor, or launch a massive new product line, they use a process called capital budgeting. Capital budgeting is the process a business uses to evaluate, rank, and select long-term investments that require significant amounts of capital. Because corporate resources are limited, a company cannot say yes to every project. They must mathematically prove which projects will generate the highest return for their shareholders. To make these high-stakes decisions, financial managers rely on three foundational evaluation methods: payback period, net present value, and internal rate of return. Let us start with the simplest method, the payback period. This calculation tells a company exactly how many years it will take to recover its initial investment from the cash inflows generated by the project. For example, if a company invests $1 million in a new manufacturing machine and that machine generates $250,000 in cash every year, the payback period is exactly 4 years. While this method is fantastic for measuring liquidity and risk, it has a massive flaw. It completely ignores the time value of money and any profits made after the payback cutoff date. To solve that flaw, corporate finance relies heavily on net present value, or NPV. NPV takes the core concept of compound interest that we modeled in Excel and runs it in reverse, a process called discounting. Because inflation and risk mean $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow, NPV discounts all future cash flows back to today's dollars using the company's cost of capital. If you sum up the discounted cash flows and subtract the initial investment, you get the net present value. If the NPV is positive, the project will create wealth and should be accepted. If it is negative, it will destroy value and should be rejected. The final core metric is the internal rate of return, or IRR. Think of IRR as the expected annual growth rate that a specific project will yield. Technically, it is the discount rate that makes the net present value of a project exactly equal to zero. Financial managers compare the IRR against the company's required rate of return. If a new project has an IRR of 15%, and it only costs the company 8% to borrow the capital, that project is highly profitable and gets a green light. Mastering capital budgeting allows corporate managers to align their massive financial decisions with their long-term business strategy. However, corporate choices are never made in a vacuum. A company's investment decisions are heavily influenced by broader economic factors like inflation, global trade, and interest rates set by central banks. That brings us to our next major module. In our upcoming video, we are zooming out from individual corporate choices to look at the entire global ecosystem in macroeconomics. See you in the next session.
Disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and is not legal, compliance, or financial advice. Please consult a qualified professional before making any financial decisions.